Hi Glamzons, it's Xteen Glam coming at you with another, well, it's kind of tutorial, I guess. My husband and I are going to be dyeing my hair. I'm going to show you how I get this ombre effect and the two different colors that I use. So we'll kind of go through a step-by-step type of thing. I'm not a professional. My husband is not a professional. He's the one that actually dyes my hair. So he's the one that deals with this whole mess. So no face today, not doing that kind of tutorial. We are strictly going to be doing my hair today. So if you'll hang in with us, we'll go ahead and show you what we start on first. Mike, you want to say hi?
Hi, how are
My
you
husband,
doing?
Mike. And like I said, he's the one that's going to be dyeing my hair. We actually split it in half. You'll see the defined line once he gets it separated. So what we're doing is we're just separating the hair right now. There is really, when it comes to the root or the top of my hair, you'll see that that's a really defined line with, you know, the colors. So I'll get as close to the camera as I can so that way we can show you exactly what I mean. So we have our first color mixed up, and we always start with the red, which is going to be the bottom part of my hair here. I already have that mixed up. I pre-mixed it. And I might as well show you the colors, huh? All right, this is not sponsored. I just want you all to know that this is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. This just happens to be what I use and will continue to use because I personally, I love it. We don't do anything as far as the ombre goes. It's kind of just happened on accident when we dyed my hair underneath here. When I was showering and, you know, rinsing it all out, the blonde just absorbed it. So the bottom part of my blonde hair, it was just a happy accident. It absolutely wasn't a happy accident. I'll kind of show you what that is. But anyway, the color is L'Oreal. I don't know if you can see that. And the color is Violet Noir. It's V as in Victor, 38. Violet Noir, L'Oreal. Peria. So anyway, that's the color. As you can see, I can't see right now. But anyway, my husband's splitting my hair in half, and then once he's done with that, the blonde part up here, we'll show you where that line is. And this is what it looks like, completely mixed. And we're just basically waiting for him to get the okay, and we'll start on the bottom half.
Almost. Oh.
Okay, so I just wanted to let you guys know that actually on one of my videos, one of my subscribers and also a fellow YouTuber, her name is Darla Renee, and she also does makeup tutorials, and she does really fabulous swatches. But she had asked me what colors I had used on my hair. So this gave us a perfect opportunity to show you what we do and to show you that I don't do it. My husband does it.
To do a hair tutorial.
So we decided, yeah, I mean, I don't really do hair tutorials, so this kind of, you know, a little bit of a change for pace, I guess. And so no makeup today, y'all, so just bear with me. But yes, this was actually a question, like I said, on one of my comments, and it came from a fellow YouTuber who also does makeup tutorials, and her name is Darla Renee. So, Darla Renee, your question is being performed.
There you go.
All right.
Get that
So,
there.
this is basically what we've done. My husband has followed the line. Okay, so what we've done is we have split it in half, like I was talking about, from actually the crown, top crown of my head. And if you can see, it's split in half. So we have what's going to be the purple down here, and then this is, we're basically focusing on the roots where, you know, because I don't want to damage my hair. So especially with the blonde, because it's a bleach blonde, and I'll show you that once we get to it, what color that is. So I don't want to damage my hair. So we try to really stay focused on the roots because, like I said, bleach can really be damaging. So as long as we follow that process, it really doesn't get as damaged as you would think it does. So anyway, again, we kind of split it at the crown. We've got our blonde up here with a little bit of that ombre effect going on. Happy accident down here. I don't put any of the purple on this part of my hair. So, and then this is where, like I said, the purple, again, it's the L'Oreal Feria, and it's color V as in Victor 38. And that is called Violet Noir. So that's a color, and we always start with that color first because it is less damaging. It has no bleach in it. So we keep the bleach for the very last, for the very end. So my husband will show you what he does. And I go ahead and take the blonde up here because I want to keep it separate. So I just kind of twist it up in a little bun here to sort of keep it out of the way until we're ready to focus on the blonde part of it. So that's basically, you know, just a little top knot, and my husband will show you from this part on, I guess.
I always start from the split line and then work my way down. That way it doesn't get on the blonde part.
He's very careful with this part because there is such very significant line of demarcation. So it's very apparent. It's very visual. It's very easily seen.
But you want to get the roots.
The roots are the big deal. And like I said, with this purple color, this entire purple part is completely colored. So as you can see, he's really focusing on the roots right now.
And then from there, I just get the scalp roots.
He's done this so many times. He's like, he knows just by the feeling of what he's doing that he's getting it all.
Work our way out.
So, and believe it or not, as intense as this deep violet is, and it is called intense deep violet, it does not stay in the skin. Once you're conditioning it out of the hair, it leaves no staining on my skin. None whatsoever. It just comes right off. Stays on the hair, not on the skin.
Make sure you get the baby hairs around on the neck. And then after that, we work our way out. Just want to make sure it's not dry. Then we get the whole, start working and rubbing it in, working our way out.
So anyway, with anything, any sort of chemical, what you want to do is, I would suggest doing an allergy test if this will be the first time that you're trying this product, or if you choose to do this, you know, bleaching your hair or, you know, going with this intense violet color. I would suggest definitely doing a strand and really doing a test on it to make sure that you're not going to have any reactions. So I am not a doctor. But, you know, it's with anything. It comes with a warning. Use it at your own discretion. And, you know, if it's burning or it's causing you any sort of discomfort, it may have a little bit of a sting to it. But if it's extremely intense and your head just starts burning, get that off. Just take it off. It's not worth having intense amount of pain. You know, it's just not worth that. So again, do follow the instructions, do follow the guidelines, do follow the safety warnings. Again, I'm not a doctor, I am not a nurse, but this is what works for me on my hair. And so if you decide to go that you want to go blonde and then you want to go like a fire engine red, you know, it would be the same process basically as what I'm doing. This is what I do. So, you know, just switch it and change it up as you see fit for yourself.
So after I get the whole hair wet, I go back through, make sure there's no dry spots in there by just rubbing my fingers through it. And if I do find dry spot, I add a little bit more. Do wear an old t-shirt too, because it does ruin the shirt.
Yes. I'm wearing an old shirt right now, an old tank top.
Trying to put a robe on to just becomes more of a pain in the butt.
And it's hot with those things on. Woo! You want to talk about keeping all the warmth in? No, thank you.
And I just work my way out by making sure there's no dry spots.
And again, this is one, depending upon your hair, if it's thin or thick, or, you know, some of y'all may have to use 2 bottles of, you know, the color or the bleach, or if your hair is really thin, you may use a lot less. But with me and my hair, we know that every time that I dye my hair, we can use the whole container on my hair, and we go all the way down to the root. So again, I am not a hairstylist professional in any shape of the word, but this is just coming from years and years and years of, you know, experience. Yeah, some fails and flops, and you know, so I've learned a lot, and I've passed that on to my husband. Obviously, he's the one that really takes care of me when it comes to this, because when I have done it in the past, especially doing the bleach, I've always gone too far up on the root, like way beyond the root, and it's actually end up burning my hair. And I don't know if you've ever experienced where your hair's been over processed, it actually turns into goo. It's more stringy than you can imagine a very well cooked spaghetti would be like. I mean, it's just goo, and it's just snapped off.
So we're done with this part, and she's gonna handle it from here to put her.
Yeah,
wrap
I
it
just
up.
put, basically, I just kind of feel around for it, and then I just kind of make sure on my own that I've had it, and I'll go a little further down the neck just because I have these little baby hairs here. So I usually trim them with like a little trimmer because I like it really cleaned up around my neck. So what I will do from this point is I will go ahead and put this into the same knot that I used for my blonde on the top of my head. So basically I'm just putting it into another knot, and I'm just grabbing the basic, you know, rubber band, and very messy, very messily just putting it into a little knot there, because I want to be able to pull it out easy once, you know, I jump in the shower and get it all taken out. Our next step now will be moving on to the bleach. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move on really quick because the way that this is mixed up is different from this one. Just all the instructions on this, you're going to use everything that's in there. It also comes with a conditioning shampoo and a conditioner for afterwards. But this one, again, this is not sponsored. I just happen to use the L'Oreal products. This is the L'Oreal Super Blonde. And actually, this is supposed to be the Super Bleach Blonde number 205. I don't know if you can see that. But this is, ooh, that's picking up intensely. But anyway, this is what it looks like. And it's the Super Bleach Blonde. And so this is the one that I use. It's number 205. It says down here that it's the Super Bleach Blonde. And what comes in it, and I just wanted to let you know, because there is a slight difference between, I didn't show you what was all contained in the violet color, but it's extremely simple. This one is a little more complex because it comes with the developing cream, which I have right here, but it comes with the bleach packets also. So you have to use both of these, and you're going to be mixing them in this container. And then it also comes with a lightening cream, and you're going to use everything that's in here. Again, you will also be adding that to the container. It's a little bit different than other hair dyes, but I wanted to show you only because it's not like all the rest. It's slightly different because it has the powder packets. So I just wanted to kind of show you that. If you're extremely sensitive, you know, again, do the test strand and maybe even use one of the powder packets. That's entirely up to you. Again, I'm not a professional. This is what I do for my hair. So please be as careful as you need to be with your own. So we are going to go ahead and get the powder mixed in. So anyway, my husband is going to go ahead and mix that up. And once it's mixed, it's going to have like a very light violet to a blue pigment to it. But I think with a lot of bleaches, it, you know, when it's in that powder form, it kind of looks blue. But in no way, shape, or form will it be blue once you've washed it out of your hair. I'm going to show what it looks like. This is what it looks like when it's mixed up. I don't know, maybe it's a periwinkle. But anyway, that's what it looks like. And this is the one where he's just going to stay on my roots as best as he possibly can. And he does not take this all over the blonde. Again, it's just at the roots. He actually does put this on my scalp. The instructions, I believe, but I'm not sure. Please do it by the instructions, especially if you're doing this for the first time. He puts it on my scalp. That's okay. That works for me. It may not work for you. So if you're doing this for the first time, something similar to this, and you are using a bleach, go by the instructions to a T until you figure out how that's going to work for you, and then you can adventure into your, hair dyeing process. This is just what works for me and works for my hair. Again, a lot of trial and tribulation, and this is what I'm rocking right now.
What I do is I go back to that split line and I try to get it, and then I put the dye as close to the line as I possibly can to get the roots and everything. And then without mixing the colors together, it may go on top of the red, but that's fine as long as you don't start bringing the two colors together.
So you can kind of see what he's done.
You gotta take that apart.
Got to take out the top knot now.
And then I go in and I just start taking it into the roots, trying not to go up on the hair. That way it doesn't damage.
He's moving extremely quickly, and the reason is he's done this probably a million times for me. So he knows exactly what to do, what his process is to get it on my hair. And again, use with caution, follow the instructions, follow the warnings.
And then I just work my way to the front. Just slowly, as she holds the hair up, I go into the root part.
Should I turn around now?
And then just use my fingers to brush it into the root.
Okay, so he's doing the front part of my hair right now. I just wanted to make sure that y'all saw what he was doing in the front part. Ooh, this stuff is stinky. The bleach is very stinky. The violet one is not. It actually comes with a little perfume oil, but this one is like toxic smelling.
And just get the bangs, come across the front. As you can see,
right
this
there.
side's over here. It's already been got. And then we just kind of bring it all together. I always do the bangs last because it's more sensitive to the bleaching. That way it doesn't fry her bangs. And then we just hide it all up, and then make sure I just go back through and make sure I get everything. Sometimes there's areas that get missed. Bring it back in.
Again, we're not putting this on all of my hair. We're mainly focusing this on the crown part of my head, on the roots that are coming from the scalp. And again, I do lay it on the scalp. We put it on the scalp. It's probably not the best thing to do, but again, that's what works for me.
She holds the bottom, and I double check, make sure I got everything. Is it better to get it now? I missed one little area in here.
You missed a spot.
I just make sure I got it all, because she can't see up there.
No, that's why he does this for me. He can see it. If I missed a spot, he just gonna
You
go
want to hold the hair
straight.
up.
Yeah, you don't want it laying down on the the violet, the purple, and you want to kind of keep this as far away from the the bleaching process as possible.
Yeah, I think we got it.
Did we get it?
I think so.
All right, so these actually I do a half hour with these because that's what works for me. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this into, like I said, a little knot right here at the top. I'm going to kind of keep it as far away from the root processing as possible. And then, like I said, I do a half hour for these because that's what works for me. But for you, do whatever your instructions tell you to do. That's what I would suggest. So I'm going to go ahead and let this process. And then after I shower and get it all taken out of my hair, I'll go ahead and show you the ombre effect that just accidentally happens. So anyway, I'll be right back with y'all in just a few minutes, and I'll see you in a minute. Welcome back, my Glamazons. So this is the final look. So after going through the whole dyeing process, this is what I come up with after I'm done. So this part here, where it has that ombre effect going on, that's a happy accident. That's not something that I've done on purpose. That's just how the blonde and the purple have kind of blended together on their own. And when I'm in the shower, I rinse out the purple first, and then I do the blonde right after that. And then what I do is I'll take it and I'll twist it up and I'll put it in a little clip and I'll keep it right about here. And what that does is it bleeds the purple into the blonde, and that way I can wash the rest of my body, you know, do all the girly stuff that, you know, we typically have to do. So anyway, so that's just what happens. It kind of bleeds onto it and it just gives it that sort of ombre effect. So again, it's a happy accident. It's not what I do. It's not purposely done. It's just, it works. So it works for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you again the two products that I use. Okay, and I wanna make sure that I state that this is not a sponsored video. In no way, shape, or form, nobody is paying me to do this. It is also a happy accident, but it just happens to be the same company. The purple that I used is the Feria, L'Oreal Feria, and it's the color V as in Victor 38, and the color is Intense Deep Violet. And again, that's the under part of my hair. This is the color that I use. And then the blonde part is also the L'Oreal Super Blonde, and this is in the color 205 Super Bleach Blonde. So that is what I use for the blonde part of my hair. So anyway, my lovelies, if y'all decide that you want to do this or use different colors, kind of use the same technique that I did, I wish you all the best, good luck. Whether you think that it turned out properly or not, just give it a minute. Take it in, absorb it, because you know what? You might have a happy accident, just like I did. So anyways, I love you, I love you, I love you, my beautiful Glamazons. And right now we're on our way to the drag races. We're going to be going to see the show Street Outlaws. They are down here in our area, so they are going to be taping one of their shows. And we are going with our daughter and her boyfriend and his family, and we're going to go ahead and meet up there. So do you think this is too much? You think? You think? Nah, it's just enough. Anyways, alright, my beautiful Glamazons, I love you all so much. Eckstein Glam, sending you all my love. Thank you so much for your time again, and I will see you on my next video. Bye, y'all.